everyone, welcome to the Sabre Show Live, where we control our own narratives and have the conversations that we need to have in order to better our community. So today we have back each and every week, you know what I mean, resident encyclopedia. We love to have him on. I know you guys love to have him on. Cedric.
Indeed.
Haru.
Indeed.
Whatever you want to.
Whatever name I'm going with.
Whatever.
I'm about to say 1,000 names, yeah.
And Courtney St. John with Young Entertainment News.
Hey
and
guys.
Of course, I'm your host, Sabre. So let's get started. Today we're going to mix it up a bit. Last week we weren't in. I had the flu. You did not want to see me last week, okay? I had the deep voice.
You did take a picture on Snapchat though. You sent that one flick on Snapchat.
Oh, when I was in the hospital bed, I was like, we
have to make it known.
Yes, because I just wanted to let you guys know, like, I'm not bullshitting around. Like, if I did the show sick, my boyfriend would literally, like, hand me myself. Like, seriously, he would be so upset that I would be running myself too thin. But I really missed you guys last week. It was so much going on. We're going to catch up, and that's why this week's format will be like a hot topics type of format, giving everything to you that you've been seeing, you may not know everything about. Some things you probably didn't even hear about. But we're going to bring everything to you heavy, straight topics, straight current events, straight whatever you've seen. It's a lot going on. So let's break it down a little bit. I'll start with Young Entertainment News for the first topic that we've been dealing with for this week. So what you got for us, Courtney?
Okay, so basically, he's not going to the dinner.
Who's he?
Could you imagine?
Donald Trump.
No.
Oh, Donald Trump.
Right.
What
okay.
dinner?
So Donald Trump tweeted on February 25th. He said, "I will not be attending the White House Correspondents Association dinner this year. Please wish everyone well and have a great evening." This comes as no surprise.
Well, he also said that after a couple of different outlets said that they weren't going to go anyway. It's like a protest to how he was treating different media organizations.
Right.
And then also you have like the establishment media, which is what I'm going to call them. Your CNN, your New York Times,
all that.
all those.
Fox, yeah.
Oh,
Fox
he did
and
insult
CNN.
the establishment. We cannot have that in our decorum. Again, there really is no outrage behind Trump not going.
Yeah,
I like the fact that he's making a show of true colors.
I think he's like doing them a favor. I don't think anyone likes Trump anyway. Like, do they really want to see him?
It's so weird. It's strange because I'm like on the side of it. I feel like he still should go because it's a tradition that all presidents.
He clearly doesn't give a damn about a tradition.
I mean, he doesn't, and that's the thing. He's trying to change his legacy. He's trying to make some type of legacy, which is weird.
He has one. He's the first orange president. He's making a great legacy around the break.
Like you said. A lot of things of what we do like are only controlled by such a small percentage, and we think that it's so many, but it's just like your top. Even when it comes to like the meat industry, it's only about 3 or 4 top companies who distribute all the meat, but you have like 100 different companies. Just so the same thing, like the sub companies, the restaurant industry, and the news is no different. So that's why it's important for independent media to come out and really thrive, because the mainstream media is controlled. So they are an enemy of the people in a sense, but he's only saying that to perpetuate this propaganda that,
it's propaganda, but the media is propaganda.
So is he, though. So is he.
He is propaganda. He definitely is propaganda. Sean Spicer is his propaganda minister in the new Nazi Germany. That is absolutely correct, right? That's I'm not disputing that at all. However, I'm gonna say I'm gonna side with Trump on this one. I like him when he calls out certain things. This is one instance. Calling out the media for what they are. The establishment media is what they are.
So moving right along, Courtney.
Okay, so the next, I have a viral video. So basically, I call it the Stand Your Ground video. So it's a video, here's a clip of it.
No, we can't shake on it. Next time you're walking past people, say excuse me. Don't be pushing through people. Let me help you realize it, that you're not invisible, and that you motherfucking pushed me, okay? Open your pretty eyes. Have a good day.
I didn't see the whole video, but the white girl, all you see is a white girl standing right there, and the black girl was just basically telling her that she needs to say, excuse me. It was hilarious.
People do that so much. People do that so annoying. They'll just like bump
white
you,
people.
or they'll slide Asians too.
Yeah.
And they will do it and they will not say a word.
But that's why I like this video, because she really stood her ground and she was like, look, no, I'm gonna bring you up on your your faults, and like, don't do that again.
She was like, I didn't realize.
She's like, but let me let you realize.
Have you ever encountered that situation where like someone like brushes up past you, and it's not like we in New York, we're in Maryland.
I think for guys it's different because we end up doing the shoulder. So like, I don't move when I'm on the sidewalk in DC.
Yeah.
If you're not paying attention, I'm sorry. Even if you're a little kid, I'm sorry. Yeah. Where's your parent at? Okay, like
really,
you will catch the knee or you will catch the shoulder. It's gonna be one of them two.
Yeah.
I don't move because that used to happen all the time. Like if you move, you're being submissive. No, I'm walking in this space. You're walking in that space.
I do that.
One of us gonna have to move, but it's not gonna be me.
I do that now.
You should talk about how Trump and his cabinet is setting themselves up to go after recreational marijuana using the supremacy clause of the Constitution.
No, tell us about that. Let us know about that. A lot of people are affected. First of all, a lot of people are affected by the recreational marijuana. It's a big industry. A lot of people are making money for it. A lot of black people have gone to just still in jail for it, and it's damn near illegal. And
it's still a Schedule I drug.
Yeah, for whatever.
Schedule I. We know why that is. I'm not going to get into the history of it, but essentially. You all know about the supremacy clause that says that federal law supersedes state law. So all these states that have legalized marijuana for recreational or medicinal, you know who our new Attorney General is, right? Jeff Sessions.
Yes.
The same person that said, quote, good people do not smoke marijuana.
We're not even going to get into him. We're not even going to get into him.
It just, nothing surprises me, because then you have, Mike Pence, who believes in conversion shock therapy. Like, they're all like nutcases, but continue.
This is true.
I mean, I'm just like, okay, what else? What one of them probably
what's next, right?
Yeah, like, I would just be like, oh, okay, like, they believe that
Jeff
animals
Sessions also said that he didn't like the KKK because...
He said because they were on drugs.
Because some of them smoke marijuana.
He said that's the worst. He said that's the worst thing about the KKK is that they're drug addicts.
Yeah, and so this is our nation's top lawyer.
But I'm saying though, that's what I'm saying. Them saying that does not. That's something small.
But people, especially Africans in DC and across the world, need to take note that if you enjoy your recreational marijuana and you're not politically astute, you need to take note that you either need to get off of marijuana, or you need to get politically active and force your local senators and congressmen to push that agenda. I don't smoke marijuana. That's my thing. If you do it and you enjoy it, so be it. Do your thing, right? But realize that this administration will put you in jail. And once you're in jail, your constitutional right to vote is gone. You're probably going to have a hard time getting a job. You're going to have that record that sticks with you. It's for no reason at all. So you might as well know about it now. I haven't mentioned any details, but they let loose like little snippets saying we will have the authority to target recreational use marijuana and like medicinal if they ever want to. So it's kind of like they're just showing their hand saying, hey, listen, we're gonna get into it eventually.
That's surprising a little bit for me for Trump, because he's a businessman and marijuana is big business, especially if it becomes legal. But I'm saying if it becomes legalized, it can be a big business. He would know.
You think Trump cares? Trump is a Christian theocrat as well. He does not care. He's just as religiously aloof as like half of this nation.
Because I know so many people that smoke marijuana.
Yeah, so
and I'm just like, I'm the only one that's just like that. I mean, I don't
like it. I don't smoke marijuana, and not even because of my spirit or whatever. It just makes you look dusty. If you're a woman who smokes, by all means, do you, boo. But I think it makes women look dusty. Okay. I mean, it's like whatever floats your boat, but it makes your lips black. I don't know. It just gives you a dusty look.
It's just not my thing to do all the time.
I'm even going to go further than that. I'm gonna put hookah in that category. I'm gonna put whatever this phase is about smoking herbs. I'm gonna put that in the same category.
What about vapes? I feel like it's still the radiation and the battery that you're using in the vapes.
I've seen a video of it blowing up on someone's mouth.
Not even that. That's the extreme cases. Let's talk about the chemical concoctions that the actual vape fluid is made out of.
Let's not.
These companies don't have to tell you what's in it. So if they don't have to tell you what's in it and they're not using natural flavors, then what are they using?
Yeah.
Some bullshit. So go ahead. Yeah.
Moving right along. How many people have heard the Remy Ma?
Oh my God.
Yes. Who heard about that? Did you please? Did you hear yes or no? Because we gotta talk about
I keep seeing it everywhere. I don't care enough to listen.
I get it. Okay, listen. This is why you have to listen, because I'm not for the drama. I'm not for the beef. I'm not for all of that. Especially when it comes to our brown, you know, brown meaning melanin, not Mexican. I know for some reason I've never understood the correlation between brown people and Mexican. I don't know, but whatever. But black people are brown. Like that's what I'm trying. Like if you really want to talk about color, we brown. But whatever. Anyway, when it comes to people of melanin descent, I'm not for all the beef or whatever. But from what I understand, Nicki Minaj, she had threw out some shots in a couple features she did. One of them being with Jason Derulo, whatever.
Why are you taking her seriously? She's a buffoon. She's a rich buffoon. She's a rich clown.
A lot of them are. But let me get into this.
So don't take her seriously.
No, this is serious. She will go away. This is serious. No, who you talking about? Okay, so
Nicki Minaj.
She was throwing shots at Remy Ma. Everybody knows Remy Ma's with the Terror Squad, which is Fat Joe and all that. She went to jail. She shot someone. She's out now. She's had that all the way up record. I'm not a big fan of either one of them, to be honest. But, so she threw us some shots at Remy, and Remy responded. I feel like it was, like, held in. Like, she was saving some of those bars. Because she went all the way in. She was talking about Nicki Minaj in all these type of ways. I mean, it was just...
From her butt shots
she was talking about everything.
These are things we already knew about Nicki, though. So,
yeah.
I don't necessarily...
Something, not everything. Not everything.
I don't care. What is Nicki Minaj doing for my life? Nothing. I don't...
What is she doing for the community? She ain't doing
nothing for me. She's not doing nothing for none of us, but we have to talk about it. It just happened, okay? But I'm just saying, I don't like the feuding and the beefing, but... Some of these memes are pretty funny. I know you heard about the Meek Mill and Drake situation, right?
Didn't listen to their shit either.
But you know about it, right? Someone commented and said that Meek Mill must have given Nicki Minaj sexually transmitted ills. I died inside.
No.
Yes, because she really. But you know what?
That's childish.
It was so childish. You know, it was so hilarious, and I hope that we get over this really fast because it's just entertainment. It's rap. It's entertainment. That's rap. That's the culture of rap. You know, you call someone out.
But it shouldn't be though. Like it should be. Then again, you know what? Rap battles that are based on beef is a big part of the community and that aspect.
Of the culture, yeah.
But right now, we have bigger enemies.
That is so true.
That are facing their guns towards us. And we're sitting here fighting over each other. There was a meme that I saw that I really loved that somebody was talking about the Nicki Minaj Remy Ma thing. And they showed two gazelles running into each other while a lioness was biting on one gazelle. And it says, black people, just take a look at this. This is your state. It's true. We're too busy with our heads on each other, not realizing the entire world is really against us in a lot of different ways.
That is so true. But at the same time...
So why bother? Like, this is getting more notoriety than... You know, Lupe Fiasco's entire rap career. That's very sad.
I love Lupe. Yeah, so underrated. That brother is deep. But back to the rap beef. I mean, people love rap beef. It's entertaining. People loved it when it was Drake and Meek, and now it's Nicki and Remy. I can't wait to hear what she says.
I know you think Nicki should come back yet,
but it should be.
I thought it was an invisible time period for this beef.
Well, she better get right. She better get back with Safari because that's what she was. Spitting bars. Yeah, I mean that's the truth.
I like rap battles when people like Kendrick Lamar do it, like on Control, where he called out other people lyrically. Yeah. Like it wasn't a direct insult. Even J. Cole. It wasn't an assault on your manhood or your character or your personal affairs. It was assault on your bars, saying get your bars game up. And Big Sean was like, yeah, he killed me on my own song. I get it. I'm gonna step it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, False Prophets. That was another one. Yeah, I think it was talking about Kanye or something like that.
Yeah, Kanye, talking about Wale.
Yeah, I think it's a part of the culture. I don't think it's anything wrong with it if it's just bars. You know, if it stays on wax.
She was at the Hip Hop Awards and she threw the mic down and she was just like...
Was that her concert? What do y'all think is going to happen next with that? Like,
I don't care.
I know you know.
Honestly, I feel like that time period, like with the Drake and Meek beef.
But
like I feel like it was a time period.
That's not even a beef though, because Drake, lyrically speaking, is superior to Meek Mill. So
I
lyrically
agree.
speaking, you're not gonna win. That's like when Drake went against Common, and Common had to shut that down quickly because he was like, "Yo, listen, bro.
But the
like,
thing
you're not ready
but
on
the
my
thing
level."
with Drake and Meek, like Drake is like a different lyricist than Meek.
But
so
he was
it's
also
like
accused
He
Meek
of
ain't
is
talking about nothing. He's
But he
an
also
idiot.
was accused of having a ghostwriter too, though. That was the big deal.
Well, fine. Look, I'll check this out. A lot of people don't know about the beef between Cassidy and Meek Mills. Cassidy murdered him on a song called Roach, or I think it was a Raid.
No.
Right? Like, if you want to get lyrically speaking, some of the most lyrically talented people are the most underrated. Because Cassidy, I mean, I like everything he talks about, but lyrically speaking, this dude is amazing with the words that he can just come up with on the top of the dome.
But he's not hot, so that does factor in as well.
Well, he's not hot because it's not what the industry wants to peddle and push, and that's understandable. I get you. The industry just wants your money and they want your brain. That's all they want.
Right.
Cassidy wasn't willing to give that up. He's just being Cass.
I respect
Same with Lupe going up against Atlantic.
But Chance the Rapper, he got offered after the awards. He got offered like millions of dollars from different
sign. But he wants to stay independent.
But remember, he's also not he's also a very talented artist in how he delivers his music. As soon as he signed up, remember what happened with Lupe's Lasers? How it was really, really weak, and then he came out and said, "Yo, my label forced me to do songs with people like Trey Songz." That's just what happened. I didn't really want to do it, but they forced me to, and that's when people really started noticing the industry will do that to you.
Yeah.
Only certain artists are able to get away from doing that. Like Logic, I don't know if you know about Logic from this area, from Gaithersburg.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones like when he dropped his album, every single song was like 2 songs.
Yeah, I believe that. I have to. It has to be the lyrics for me, the lyrics, but also you have to be able to write a song, because it's the difference between spitting bars and an actual structured song. You know, it doesn't have to be
for talented producers like No ID.
Yes.
Because remember, people like that group or that person, like they're amazing at how they deliver their
produce.
production.
So y'all not feeling Migos?
I don't like Migos.
I do. You know what? I was feeling this last album.
I'm telling you, the Atlanta artists.
I was feeling the last album because it was just sonically good. Like, I feel like they're not saying anything. They're background music for like a lifestyle. If that makes any sense.
If it ain't Badu-esque,
it's not my lifestyle.
You must like the internet.
Have you heard of the internet? You
would
probably like the internet.
Yes, you would like them. I'm
just
kidding. Yes, they're called the internet.
I've never heard of them at all.
And they have a lot of songs that are really good. I guess it's a gay. Isn't it a gay girl? That's like the lead singer.
Oh, the one that made the song called Girl. Yeah, I did like that. Yeah.
I like that. I like different vibes. The most I can do into the young music is like Amigos. I can't go so far.
Young music.
It is. My brother's 17, right? I can't listen to the same. They still listen to like Chicago rappers and like people that we haven't even heard of. Like, I can't get into it. Like, I'm old now. If it doesn't hit the radio, I probably don't know.
I don't listen to radio now. I keep that.
I don't listen to the radio. That's the thing. It's weird. I don't listen to it like, oh, let me turn the radio like my daily thing. But I'm saying like the songs that make it to the radio usually make it my way.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like what gets popular, and then I may go and dig into who I like from what's popular or whatever. But let me ask you guys something, and let me ask the viewers out there as well. Did you see the photo of Jess Hilarious with her son? Now, if you don't know who Jess Hilarious is, let me give you all a little bit of background. Jess Hilarious is a local comedian. I think she's based in Baltimore, Maryland. She has a lot of followers on Instagram. She's like one of those popular Instagram people. Very beautiful woman, very smart woman. She's very funny too. Yeah, she normally stays current, like with whatever's going on. She always makes a funny bit to it. I enjoy her. I follow her before this. So yeah, do y'all think that? Is it too much, Courtney?
When I first saw it, I didn't know who she was initially, but I just saw a lot of celebrities kind of like taunting with her on the Shade Room and stuff. But I feel as though I think it's fine. I mean, it's her son. I don't think that it's inappropriate in any kind of way.
What do you think? Is it too much?
I would argue that there's a bigger conversation that needs to be had, and that is where are the father figures. That's my bigger issue. So
but is it something? But first, before we get into that,
how old is his son?
But I don't know. But
he looks like he's about 3.
He looks like 4. Yeah. But before we get into that, do you think that it's something wrong with that photo?
I can understand where people say yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can understand where people say no. There's a massive movement of like nudity and appreciating the female body without shame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm on board with that. But we have to realize where we live at. We live in a ever increasing progressive nation, but it's still very conservative.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the people that are going to take issue with it are still attached to that mindset. For me, I don't have any feelings about it either way. I don't care. It's not my child. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of neutral on it. I don't have an opinion on it. But I understand both worlds of having an issue with it and then not having an issue with it. Because you have the holistic community, basically, versus the social norm, I guess you can say, of the current establishment. Because remember, breastfeeding just got allowed on Instagram. But for a minute, they were blocking that out for a while.
But that's what I was saying. It's a mom that's on Instagram, and I don't know her name, but she breastfeeds her like 3 or 4-year-old daughter, and she like has her breast out and everything, and that seems normal.
Because it's fine, because it's not sexual. It's a nurturing thing.
It is, and I understand, but I feel as though her love for him was a nurturing.
It's weird.
I mean,
the photo's weird. Breastfeeding while Instagramming, showing that's weird. The actual, I am not going to, I have a daughter. I'm not going to be naked and hold her like that at home. So I'm definitely not going to do it online. Like, it's weird to me. That photo is weird. Now, is she wrong? Probably not. But if you ask me, it's weird as fuck. Like, it's weird. She's naked with Jordans on. They both got their Jordans on. That's first and foremost. Like, they're naked with Jordans on.
That's why I said, where's the father?
Even before we get to that, it's just a weird look. Like, she's naked. It looked like he had some shorts on. If you look at it a little bit closer, he had like
she was nude with Jordans on.
She was nude with Jordans on. It's weird. If it was like a newborn baby, maybe I could see the art in the nudity. And then people was talking about comparing it to some white lady with her baby doing pretty much the same thing.
Why do we have to compare? Why are we worried about what other cultures are doing with their babies? I don't care what another culture is doing with their babies. They were comparing it because it was like, oh, y'all not going to make it go there. Y'all not going to make this go viral. This doesn't look crazy to y'all. Y'all not going to judge this. You're talking about the same people that used to eat their own babies? If that's what we comparing ourselves to on a moral background?
Yes,
no, I'm not worried about what other people.
But both of them are weird. They're weird. Like, the photo is just weird. I love Jess. I like Jess hilarious. I wish I could get her on the show one day. I really do. She's cool. She's funny. But that picture is weird. Just like if she looks on my Instagram and she sees a picture and she's like, oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm like, all right. But that photo is weird. It just looks, like I said, maybe if it was a newborn, it was like a nude art type of thing. But the child, he has to be like 3. Or 2, maybe 3. Like 3 or 4. And she's naked, he's naked. I don't know. I don't think she was
That's when you have to start asking yourself, where's the line and where do we draw that line at? Like, when is it socially inappropriate to expose your child to the naked human?
I don't think
where's that line anymore?
See, it's not even so much of...
getting close to it where it's like not a line anymore. Like, you have transgender bathrooms.
Right? Trump,
but I'm saying before him, like, I believe I'm a woman, so I get to go use the female bathroom. Whatever, like that's the kind of society we live in, right? Or we think we live in, but it's just kind of, where's the line anymore on a lot of issues?
Either way you flip that, I do think that it's, whether it's a single mother or a single father, and I've always stood strong with this opinion, it is your job as the parent to make sure that child has either a father figure or a mother figure in their life if you're the single parent. Whether it is the significant other that you had the child with, or if it's someone else that you trust, like a cousin or an uncle or a best friend or something that's like, hey, John, you know what I'm saying? Like, my child's father is not in his life and I trust you. You're like a brother to me, whatever the case is. And would you be like a positive male role model for my daughter or for my son so they have something? It is your responsibility to do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying, I don't know if it's the father. You go ahead and try that.
Well, I believe that it is your responsibility because just like it takes the masculine energy and the feminine energy to make the child, it takes that to raise them. It's absolutely essential.
Absolutely.
If you're not, if they don't, aren't raised without both of those energies, you're raising dysfunction. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there are raised without one of your parents, and you were raised in dysfunction. Thank God you made it, but it is raising in dysfunction. And I'm not judging nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because my father passed away when I was a baby. I was lucky enough to have my grandfather and things like that, but I would have been raised in dysfunction. Like, I'm not discriminating or judging anybody. But, I don't know about that. Jess Hilarious' son's father, if he's not, I don't know if he's not in the picture or if he is. I just think the photo's weird. So what else is going on with the news, y'all? What else have caught your eye in the news?
Pope Francis.
Talk about it. Talk about Pope Francis. What's going on with Pope Francis? I heard some dirty things about Pope Francis.
Yeah, everybody's favorite populist pope. Now, first of all, religion as a whole institution is fucking stupid. It needs to go away, right? But Pope Francis quietly made a policy that made pedophilia not banishable by the church, basically. So he says that they just have to commit themselves to a lifetime of penance and prayer, but you can still keep your job. So if you see a child as a sexual instrument as an adult, you don't lose your job. Yeah, them Catholic people want to touch your child and not lose their child. I went to a Catholic
school for all my life, so that's kind of disturbing.
Oh, good Catholics, man, they see your baby as a sexual instrument. that's funny to me. That's sad, but that's funny. And he quietly did it and thought nobody was gonna pay attention. Gotcha.
I didn't even. Baller alert didn't get that.
Did you hear that on any corporate media?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, I bet you didn't. Yeah, I bet you didn't hear it on no corporate media.
Pope Francis, we watching you. And all the Catholic Church, we watching y'all too. Well, I don't really affiliate myself with the Catholic Church, but
well, I watched them because their little secret Vatican museum got a lot of African artifacts, but they don't let nobody up in there to see what they got. So why is it that you pray to the Black Madonna and child? So you pray to a black woman and a black child. Why? Because you know the roots of your fucking religion, but you don't want to tell nobody that you got all your concepts and your powers stolen from Africa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
we
deep.
can get into Catholicism, the biggest pagan stolen religion on the face of this planet.
But I can't really, like, did y'all really hear that? Like, he made it pretty much, you just
got a child, and I'm
Catholic,
I can rape your child and not lose my job.
Yeah, I guess, get pushed to the back a little bit.
So obviously he must know that the individuals that
in the Catholic Church do
that, and so he's protecting them or protecting himself.
No, he's protecting them. I think because there must be an alarming amount of Catholics in that level. Yes,
he might be losing most of his staff.
Why do you think that is okay?
Well, look, in this country, I think we have NAMBLA still, which is pretty intense.
NAMBLA, is that the organization of pedophiles?
National Association Man Boy Love Association. National Man Boy Love Association.
That exists in this country, but Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization.
Hold on. So what's that all about? I never
advocacy for adults having sexual relationships with children. Yes, NAMBLA.
Yeah.
So what do they just protect them, get them legal services, or?
I don't know.
I don't care. That's wrong.
I really don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what
that
they
organization
do, but they have an organization, and I'm sure they raise money.
And they advocate for.
I mean, well, you know,
I think they try to normalize it.
Another thing that was big on the news last week was Ashton Kutcher spoke at a
I saw that
conference about sex trafficking, which is a big thing.
You could tell it. Did you see his face?
Yeah, you know.
Oh man, he was hurt.
Because he has a young child, and you know he just was explaining how he saw this video of a child being raped by almost like a 40 or 50-year-old man. He said that, you know, seeing that image, and you know, it just kind of disturbed him. Well,
hold on now. Let's not only stop there. Let's continue it. What is a common practice in Islam? An older male can marry an 8-year-old if he wants to. He just can't have sex until her first bleed.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Where's the line?
Even still?
Yeah, where's the line?
I mean, they used to do that back in the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, where's the line?
On the Color Purple, how the older men,
they'll get the younger,
the younger girls.
Even outside the Color Purple, Thomas Jefferson had a black slave, 14-year-old, and he raped her a bunch of times and had children with her. So I mean,
took her around with him as he traveled. Yes, I forget her. I can't call her name.
But he's our nation's founding father that everybody looks up upon.
Yeah, and it was the black girl. Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So you're right. Where do you draw the line?
Where do you draw the line?
Yeah,
is there a line that will ever be drawn?
There ain't no line.
I think like now that isn't socially accepted or whatever.
Oh, that's bullocks. Our president grabs women by the pussy. He doesn't even wait. So I mean, where's the line? There is no line.
True.
Like you literally have somebody that said I sexually assaulted women and now I'm president.
Yeah, well, he denied it, but still.
You can't. I grabbed him by the pussy. I don't even wait. You don't wait for what? Yeah. Consent.
Right.
Right. That's the word you're talking about here.
Nothing ever just surprises me with this guy. I'm like, okay, he probably still just grab his pussy now. Like, okay, they grab pussy and okay, like I don't know. It just doesn't. Is it bad? Like, am I bad now that what he says and does just doesn't?
No,
I don't
for
care.
me, it's like if Obama would have dared said that.
Yeah,
and I'm not an Obama fanboy, but if Obama would have said that, if Hillary would have said, I just grab him by the dick, I don't even wait.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I'm saying. I don't. What is it about this man and the people that he's with that whenever they do something, it's just like
he's a manipulator. If you and I've been studying him. That's why I had to kind of get off his media, and get out of him for a minute because he's he manipulates the mess out of his followers. He really does.
Well, if they're that
a lot of politicians do though.
The way that they do things, like saying that the media is devils or they're demons or whatever, and then his followers, they don't know anything.
Well,
they're really
that's
white
what politicians do. I mean, a lot of the Democrats manipulate the black people. Like,
they're only your friend every 4 years for like the primary and election cycle, and then after that, bye. Thank you.
But speaking of the media, though, there was someone in the media, one of these mainstream media outlets, that said calling a journalist fake news is like calling a black person a nigga. Did y'all see that quote?
No, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, someone said that. It was a white guy. He said that. Yeah.
Why is everybody always trying to attach themselves to our struggle?
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, it's
just
not.
Like Betsy DeVos. That was another big story that happened last week with Betsy DeVos. It was a you gotta kind of clear me up because I know you know a lot of history.
I haven't been looking at her too much.
But okay, so it was an image of the girl that went to
the first one that went to the black and white school.
She got integrated into an all white school.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
Did a comparison of Betsy DeVos basically being
that little black girl surrounded by U.S. Marshals.
Mm-hmm. They compare everything to the black struggle, but then they told us that the black struggle wasn't that bad. Like it was it's been so long. Okay,
that's because it wasn't filmed. That's why we don't have any film of it.
But even still, we have film of stuff going on that still is like whatever.
That's because it's not the big stuff. It's not King Leopold of I think Belgium that went off and killed 40 million people in the Congo. We don't have that video. Yeah, we don't have the video of our babies being used as alligator bait. Yeah. We don't have those videos. We don't have videos of white slave masters raping our brothers called buck breaking. We don't have that either. Mm-hmm. We don't have video evidence of that. We know it existed because of people's journals and the artifacts. We don't have videos of white people walking around with purses and bags made out of slave skin. Yeah. We don't have that video, but we know it existed here. A lot of people have done evil actions towards Africans, but in large part because we've allowed it to happen.
That's so true too.
Even the Jewish people, they called us liquid money because we so easily let our money come from our hands to every other community. Yeah. Whereas when you look at Asians, what do they typically drive? Toyotas, Hondas, Lexus, right? Yes. You'll rarely ever see them in a Benz. You will rarely ever see them in an American car. They love to buy their own.
The goal is to bridge the gap between people of melanated descent globally. We have to get our mind right. We have to change the way we think about things in order to come together and to create a nation for us as melanated people, because we don't have that, and that is what makes us weak. And it starts with our minds. It starts with what we know, and it starts by coming together. And in order to come together, you have to somewhat understand each other. And that's what this is for. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing in advance. Thank you for following my guest and myself. We're going to wrap this up, and we're going to see you next week for the Sabre Show Live.